Hey everyone, today I've got your Hustlers movie review. Strippers take back what's theirs from Wall Street. Enough said. So as far as the story goes, based on a true story, Lorraine Scafaria directs this movie that is based off of this magazine article about a scam carried out by a group of strippers at a New York club. It achieved what Steven Soderbergh did with Magic Mike by turning this movie from the male gaze to seeing a political side to the women's side hustle. I saw the trailer to this movie and it actually did get me excited to see a movie like this because I feel like it was a very unconventional type of movie that obviously grabbed people's attention, and especially during the award circuit, or at least the film festival circuit, it's really drawing out all of these different political topics and real life situations. I mean, it is set during the time after the housing market crash of 2008. And these women are just trying to do whatever it takes to get the money back from the men who had frequented this club. And I felt like it was an interesting and compelling storyline, especially one that made me care about everything that was going on with these women in their lives when they're going sort of back and forth in time of, you know, when they first started out at the club, and then, you know, post events that had transpired from, you know, what their actions had ultimately caused. As far as the casting goes, Constance Wu plays Destiny, who pulls off yet another great performance since Crazy Rich Asians, and I really loved how much you see her character's life change and how they go through time in this movie, like I said, and you see a lot of, you know, what she has to deal with, and you see her character develop, and you know, she does become this likable character, but no one is more impressive in this movie than Jennifer Lopez. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of some of her previous work. I mean, Made in Manhattan might be one of my favorite movies she's in. I mean, it's kind of cheesy, but when she plays this character of Ramona, I think it's one of the best movies that she's made in several years, and she gives off this more mature role as she commands the screen. Side note, she looks great for having just turned 50. I mean, my God, she is just so beautiful and she plays her role well. All this hype surrounding a possible Oscar nomination makes me think, you know, will she or will she not end up winning? But, you know, whether she gets it or not is another topic for another day. The other supporting actors in this movie, like Keke Palmer, Lily Reinhart, and even Cardi B, were all just okay in this movie. I mean, some scenes that they were in, you know, were kind of laughable, but then we all know who the standouts were, like I said, and even Julia Stiles' role was also not that big of a deal with the character that she played. And so the things that I liked about this movie, the way the movie was shot was awesome and just made everything look good stylistically, and especially putting emphasis on the tone and the themes that were, you know, in the movie without compromising the coolness of the club atmosphere. You've even got the inclusion of a certain celeb cameo, which I thought was kind of cool to see as well, and making it equally entertaining to watch. But unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie was that the pacing was not on point throughout the whole movie. But thank God it wasn't like Magic Mike, where they felt the need to do quick cuts to a boring scene and calling it comedic timing. I mean, that's just something that makes this movie a little bit special, was that you have a topic that, you know, it's not all about like non-stop stripping in a movie, and like if you want to do that you can go to a club, but this it's more than meets the eye. So overall, I would say that this movie was pretty good for what it was. I was definitely entertained by it, and I did find it intriguing for a story. I literally, like, this is the first time I'm just hearing about this whole real life situation. So I would recommend seeing this movie, despite some things that I might have had an issue with. But other than that, I would give this 4 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Hustlers. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And I will see you guys later.